How you doing, guys? We're back out here. Got that covered up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this. I want to get this fabricated. Then the next 2 nights I can't come out here. And I think Wednesday we're going to give this place a cleaning. Bring it back into reality here. It's getting ridiculous at this point. When I had the wagon, I'd roll the wagon out, I'd hose the garage down, walls and all, and keep working. But this thing's very hard to roll because there's really no steering in the front of it. And Junior has everything to bare metal. So it's become a problem, without a doubt. So I'm going to start working on this patch so we can get this side of the car in some kind of epoxy and move on. So, okay. A lot of bends for that. Let's start getting it tacked in. That's gonna be... Okay, guys, I went on the back side up to like here with a wire wheel on my die grinder. Fully stripped this all the way down on that edge over here and the back side. Went back there with my head, everything looked good. As you can see, I got the wheel off. Okay, I put that piece of metal in there, I shaped it. Did a decent job of spot welding it all around. That's as much as I'm going to do. I clamped it. It's sitting flush everywhere. Everything is coated with etch primer. That's going to get a full seam seal back there. From like here down, even though the patch don't obviously doesn't go up that high. And I'm going to seam seal this side. This is what I used on my die grinder. Just don't nail your die grinder. This is only rated for 4,500 RPM. I forgot what this thing is. 20,000. So, if I remember right, this was in my box of stuff. I think there's a Harbor Freighter. So you will be wearing these things. There you go, China. So of course I had my glasses on, my face shield, and I just held it very light. Went in there. This was awesome though. But I've bought these from Harbor Freight before, and the second you use them, they're spitting out wire. So just be careful. But it allowed me to get it down to metal. Okay, guys, here's a scrap piece from when we made the door patch. Same angle, pretty much the same angle down the side. I marked it, and that's what I need for a patch to start. That's why I don't throw anything away. Perfect. Okay, let's see if we can make this fit the car with all the compounds. Something like that. I think it's a tad bit big. That's fine. Let's fit it in. Okay, we're getting close. Man, I blew the dust off my hand. Unfortunately, I can't push this patch from the back side. Or else you can go in there, you can tack here and like tack here and push from the back side and get this. That very thin overhang. This is very good here. This is a hair bit low, so I want to bring this out and then over again. I have a slight dip this way and dip this way as it is. It's very close. This is good right to the bottom, except it's like a 30-second too long and it'll fit right in. And then over here just needs a little trimming to fit it in there. And I think that'll be good because, like I said, this body line is starting to disappear right here. So how much further we're going to bring it, I'm not sure. I have to look at the other side. It doesn't go all the way to the bottom. That I know. So we'll get it. A little more tweaking. I think we did pretty good, considering all I did was rub the piece of what I consider like file paper to make that patch. It's the way I make them. Some people make the patch first and then trace it. I don't see how I could do that with all these compound curves. This patch is curves this way, this way. It's actually S-shaped up in the top. So this actual curve in it on the side is the shape of the rotor. How rusty those things are, huh? They're junk. But okay, guys. Let's see if we can fit this thing a little better, and let me make sure this lip is still decently straight. I mean, has to be a hair bit this way, if anything. Then we could build it up with some weld. And finally, don't be afraid to use hand tools to straighten out your hole. And that's it. Let's see if we can fit this better, and then whatchamacallit, go in there and seam seal the backside of that before we weld this in. Okay guys, I think we're doing pretty good. This I got a lot better. I just have to pull it out a little when I weld it. Same with this just fell out. And this just needs to be tapped and met. As you can see, it's out a little. So I think we're going to be good. Let's take this thing out and seam seal that one side. Even though I don't think we have to do both sides of it, I'm gonna. So, okay guys. I just did it. It hasn't fully flowed out yet. Much bigger than when I put that. Okay, I think it's sealed. I sealed it on that side also. Just I didn't go too crazy here. I didn't want to build it up and have anything that got in there from draining. So, that's good. Like I said, that was all bare metal, etch primed, and then fully seam sealed. I don't know if it's too dark to see. So, and I'll go back in there when we're done and make sure that's fully coated. That's a good repair. It's the best I'm going to get it. Okay, here's your patch. There's the upper shape. You can see the back shape. Tweak at the bottom. A lot of angles on this patch. Edge primed on the back. Edges are cleaned. Front's cleaned. I just cleaned all there. This is definitely dry. It's been a while now. So I might just start tacking it in and we'll see what happens from there. So, okay, I'm going to get up here, in the middle, and over here. And then that'll allow me to finish tweaking like right here, and then push this in the hair that it has to be. And we'll adjust that gap. It's Bondo time! Okay, I've learned one thing. No matter how good you are as a welder, you can't weld with a blowgun. I keep picking it up to weld, I get ready, and I spray air. Okay, that's tacked in with a slight bit of grinding, not much. I like to grind as I go to see what I have to do. So, but we're getting it. We have the original lip here. I'm sure there's going to be a little skim on there after we weld it on. And I got this decent, so we can make that however we want. Actually, you could feel it coming down here. There's no line, but you could feel the contour like it's supposed to be. And underneath was uneventful. And yeah. So let's finish welding this thing and not use the blowgun to do it, and we should be good. I won't be able to put a drop light behind it, but we'll do the best we can. So this will get water in it, I'm sure. It's not a sealed area, and I can't seal the back side of this patch like I did the door. So we'll do the best we can and make it as tight as we can. Okay guys, a little bit more work and we should be good. This all wound up mint except for a tiny little from here to here flat spot. But I have no problem with that. You can see it, it's right there to right there. We'll just build that up. So I might actually put a little weld there to make the actual piece here, you know what I mean, the lip, and grind the weld down. And that's it. So we'll whack this with some door glass. Well, I gotta go over a little bit more. I'm still working here. I'm just taking a break. You're half on the floor, doing underneath, and it hurts after a while. That'd be nice to do on the lift, boy. Holy smokes. I don't know if I'm talking too loud. I got earplugs in. So, but we're getting there. I'd be happy to get this in door glass tonight, even if it's not blocked down. That'd be a nice thing. Okay, mint. Okay guys, this is where I'm going to call it for today's video. If you can see by the line across the top, I used that cleaner on here, and that's the ugliest Duraglass, Everglass coating I've ever seen. basically I'm just trying to fill in the welds. So, and I know not to spread it out all over the place. That's why I scraped it off. I was like, what am I doing? It's not Bondo. So, with that, not that thick, it's just hanging off. So we'll leave it like that, and we'll see how that does. And we'll call it good for today. That's it. I'm taking a break from this, the dust, everything. Just need a little break. It's Sunday. Like I said, I won't be back out here till Wednesday. And Wednesday I might be putting a coat on here and working on a line in the nose, putting a coat on here, working on a line in the nose. So, but that said, I guess we got the hard stuff done. We'll let that seam seal sit till tomorrow and we'll see how it looks, see if it shrunk anywhere, which it didn't inside the door. And if it does, I'll give it a light scuff in a couple of days and put another coat on it. So, but that's totally sealed. That'll be fine. Nothing's getting behind that. And I did the best I could to fill in all the holes. I didn't see any at the end, but that doesn't mean there isn't any. So I have no way to get the light up in there. So, but we did make this whole lip out of weld. And I did shape it. Even though there's a tiny little flat spot in it. That'll be just fine. So at least it's solid metal. And it gives the illusion that it's never been patched. So it's good enough for me. Okay, guys. I'm calling it. I guess that's it for a couple days. I'll talk to you guys later.